Welcome back to Dink Talks. My name is Will, and on the channel we reveal the best products to buy. Today we've picked and reviewed the best models for you and ranked them by price, quality, performance, and more. You can see their prices and find out more information by using the links in the description down below. Now, let's go straight to the list.
Today, we will be taking a look at the best 360 cameras you can buy today. Number 4. GoPro Max. GoPro has made a name for itself by making some of the highest rated action cameras available today, but its high-end Max records 360 videos. On paper, the GoPro Max is the most technically advanced camera in our guide. It can take 16.6 megapixel photos and 5.6K videos at 30 frames per second. It's hard to find any prosumer cameras that take higher than 4K footage, much less a 360-degree action cam. Two GoPro video technologies also help the Max stand out. Max Hypersmooth, a highly sophisticated type of image stabilization to compensate for very jerky motions, think biking on a bumpy road, and Max Time Warp, which allows you to take ultra-smooth time-lapse footage. The GoPro Max has a small screen, so you can monitor your video in real time and frame shots before you take them. Its 6 microphones capture 360-degree sound, GoPro calls it spherical audio, without an optional accessory. You can control the camera by pressing buttons on its body or using voice commands, which can be used for common actions like starting and stopping a recording. Voice commands are especially useful if you want to start or stop a recording while you're in the middle of an intense activity like rock climbing or surfing. To get video off the GoPro Max, you can wirelessly transfer it to the mobile device, iOS or Android, or plug it into a computer, PC or Mac, via the included USB-C cable. The GoPro Max is a well-rounded 360-degree camera, and the only technical downside is that it has no internal storage, so you'll need to get a micro SD card. GoPro doesn't give the Max an official IP rating, but the company says it can be used under 16 feet of water without a case, which makes it the most durable option in our guide. It's also the heaviest, weighing in at 0.36 pounds. It's not a lot heavier than the other 360 cameras we recommend, but you may notice a difference if you keep it on a selfie stick. The GoPro Max's final standout feature is the ability to live stream to Facebook Live or YouTube directly from the camera. No app is required, but you will need to be connected to a Wi-Fi network for this to work. Video quality is capped at 720p, but that's a minor inconvenience. Travel vloggers, journalists, and families looking to share important milestones, graduations, weddings, and birthdays in real time may find this feature indispensable. If you're looking for a deluxe 360 camera and don't mind having to get a micro SD card for storage, the GoPro Max is the best choice. Number 3. Ricoh Theta V. Ricoh is the parent company of renowned camera brand Pentax, so they know a thing or two about producing high-quality images. The Theta V is the company's high-end prosumer 360-degree camera, and its specs are pretty impressive. It can record 4K video at 30 frames per second and still images at 14.6 megapixels. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, the same type used in almost every Android phone, which allows it to manage white balance and exposure settings in real time. The result is photos and videos that look more realistic without any editing. It even has a built-in gyroscope, which it uses to stabilize the image. Ricoh says the Theta V has a generous 19 gigabytes of internal storage, enough to hold roughly 4,800 pictures and 40 minutes of HD video. There's no way to add more storage though, so you'll have to manage your digital space wisely. To compensate for this, the Theta V can transfer photos and videos to your phone, iPhone or Android, wirelessly. You can also transfer media to a computer, PC or Mac, by connecting the Theta V via the included micro USB cable. The Theta V weighs 0.27 pounds which is pretty light, but you may want to pair it with some optional accessories, which will improve its capabilities, but makes it heavier. Its waterproof case allows you to take the camera under 98 feet of water. The Theta V isn't water resistant on its own. Its optional 3D microphone allows you to record spatial audio, the equivalent of 360 video. If you're interested in a 360 camera that will work right out of the box and has impressive technical features, the Theta V is definitely worth considering. Number 2. Insta360 Nano S. Insta360's Nano S is a 360 camera that works independently, but was designed to be used with the iPhone 6S and up. The camera slides on top of your iPhone and plugs into its Lightning port to enable some of its best features. The Nano S has a pair of lenses that can take 20 megapixel photos and 4K video at 30 frames per second. Video is stitched on the device, so you don't have to edit it together after recording, which is a nice touch. The camera supports a technology called image stabilization, which compensates for small movements, shaking hands if you're laughing, for example, so your videos look smooth. It does this as it's recording, which saves you even more editing time. The camera doesn't have any internal storage, so you'll need to pick up a micro SD card, which is a minor inconvenience. Insta360 doesn't provide IP information for the Nano S, which means it's probably not very water resistant. While this camera can be used on its own, its ergonomic shape and 0.15 pound weight make it easy to hold. It's designed to be used with the iPhone. Once connected, the Insta360 Nano S app will launch. You'll need to download it from the iOS App Store first, and your phone's screen will turn into the camera's viewfinder. You'll be able to start and stop video recordings and snap pictures with a tap of the virtual button. The Nano S cannot take pictures without being connected to the iPhone, so keep that in mind if you're into photography. A feature called Multi-View enables you to see what's being recorded by both camera lenses, so you can set up particular shots, think interviews or reaction videos with the right framing. You can use another feature called Smart Track to focus the Nano S on an object or a person, which it'll keep focusing on as you move the camera. Finally, you can use the iPhone and Insta360 Nano S to live stream HD 360-degree video on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitter. Number 1. Kodak Pixpro SP360. Kodak's Pixpro SP360 is a palm-sized 360 cam whose flat bottom makes it easy to capture footage without being held. Instead, you can set it down in an open area and let it capture a scene. This is ideal for getting shots of nature. The camera has a maximum resolution of 12 megapixels for photos and 1080p for video. It doesn't have any internal storage, but you can insert a 32GB micro SD card, which should hold a couple of hours of footage or hundreds of photos. Kodak says the SP360 can withstand the impact from a 6.6-foot fall and has an IPX5 waterproof rating, more than enough to handle splashes or a rainstorm, and IPX6 dustproof rating, complete protection against dust. Bottom line, you don't need to worry if it falls in sand or gets a little wet. At 0.26 pounds, the SP360 is one of the lighter options in our guide, which is great if you plan on taking it with you everywhere you go. There are two ways to take photos and videos on the SP360. You can manually push the record button on the side of the camera. There are also buttons to switch between still images and video, or connect the camera to your iPhone over Wi-Fi. Kodak has an iOS and Android app that lets you control the camera from up to 30 feet away. Once you've taken your pictures or video, you can edit them together to create a full 360 image with Kodak's free Pixpro editing program, which is available for Mac and PC. The app has a simple interface and takes you through the entire editing workflow, from picking an aspect ratio to sharing the clip with your friends.
You can check out the prices of all the products mentioned on this list in the description below. Thanks for watching today's video, and make sure you hit the subscribe button for more content like this.